Inside Africa, in association with Zenith Bank.
I've been down the road where failure seemed familiar.
His music tells stories that resonate.
Thought that I would ever come this far. I'm able to just break through that glass ceiling. Everything was telling me that it was over.
He pushes the boundaries of creativity by constantly reinventing himself.
I'm a musician that proves anything is possible. 1 and 2.
And he inspires many with his gifted ability, despite having a disability.
What I love most about him is how he challenges you to be the best you can be.
This is one man's mission to make Nigerian music resonate for everyone, no matter the challenge. This is the story of Cobhams Asuquo. This is Inside Africa.
Okay, let's do a run.
Cobhams Asuquo has an ear for excellence.
I'm listening for the pitch. Yeah, I mean, you can always auto-tune a lot of stuff, but I always like an artist who can actually, hit their notes correctly.
The Nigerian artist and entrepreneur has broken barriers, helped launch careers, and put his stamp on the music industry, all without sight.
I think me not being able to see might have given me a number of advantages in terms of learning to play. Antoina, you're good?
Yes, I'm good.
Today, he's laying down a track with fellow Nigerian singer Wanyina.
The most important thing to me is the soul. Knowing her voice as well as I know it, I'm also listening for like the little nuances that make her different from any other artist who might be singing this song, and making sure that that comes into play, because that's what her listeners are looking for.
Cobhams has always had a passion for music.
I began to identify my love for music, at an early age. As a kid, I used to stand outside my home in my block, and my mother had these barrels where she stored water, and I would drum on them and I would make music, and the kids in my block would gather, and I had a one-man show every day, like every evening.
Although he was blind since birth, it's never hindered his musical pursuits.
So I never thought about any limitations. And I think as a child, I was probably too ignorant to be aware of whatever limitations there might be. I just believed, I could make music. I believed I could play the piano and the guitar and any other instrument I set my mind and my heart and my hands to. And so that was exactly what I did.
His determination and drive led to a desire to study law. Putting aside his musical dreams momentarily, he started law school. But it didn't last long.
My career in music had begun to take flight, even without my having to propel it as such. And I thought it was just a sensible thing to do. And so after writing 15 letters to God, I eventually figured I had to, just take the bold step. So I quit school. Kids, don't try this at home. And I decided to pursue music full-time.
Soon after, his career was propelled to the next level.
The song that made me known as a producer was a song that was released in 2002 by a group called Maintain. Funny story about the song. I had a manager then who didn't want me to record it because I wasn't going to be paid a lot of money to produce the song. When my manager heard that I'd worked on the song, my manager actually quit. But that song came out and would become like one of the biggest songs on radio, and was my first, commercial success.
Because we get money, we can't go to party. Because we do party, they give us a party.
The song that helped people begin to recognize me as a singer or the performing artist is a song I did with a group called the Rooftop MCs in 2008 titled Lagimo. But I think it really happened for me as a solo performing artist when I put out my first single, Ordinary People, in 2014.
A child in the distance, playing in the rain, the sweet sound of water flowing late.
His songwriting ability and knack for knowing what works led to a gig with Sony ATV and eventually his own record label. And while today he's the CEO of his own entertainment company, music is still central to his life.
Wash your hands, love each other, we go, we know.
Even with the COVID-19 crisis limiting his studio time, the musician has turned to the power of song to do his part to help.
At such a time as this, we're able to use our voice and our art to influence people. So I think I've learned the power of my art form, and I've learned the importance of using it for good at all times.
In normal times when he's working, his studio is his home away from home.
This is a makeshift studio. It's not a perfectly tuned room, but you sit in it long enough and you get used to the acoustics of the room. I usually would sit, on the keyboards, over there and just, have a good time and play with the guys. Yeah. The drummer was making a lot of noise and killing everybody in the room. So we had to do something we consider a little ingenious. We took the bathroom and planted the drums right in here. Yeah, so the drummer sits right in here in the bathroom, tiles and all. The great thing with working out of this place for me is I can record a band seamlessly. I can get a number of guys in the room and just have them play at the same time, which is how I like to make music.
Cobham's attention to detail has attracted some of the biggest names in the business, both in Africa and beyond. Artists who turn to him for his ability to cut through the noise and listen for what counts.
I can feel the strength of you next to me.
I can definitely use that. I've worked with the likes of Angelique Kidjo, Banky W, Adekunle Gold, Femi Kuti. Oh my goodness, it's quite a list. 1 and 2 to increase and reduce.
Wanina is now on that list.
So that's it for this first verse.
But what I love most about him is how he challenges you to be the best you can be. He wouldn't accept you being mediocre. He wouldn't just take you doing the minimum. He's thinking about what would the people like? What would we put in that will make this song excellent? And that's the important thing. Kobe is always looking to raise others, take them beyond what they currently are.
Okay, you can come out now.
Cobham's desire to promote the careers of fellow musicians goes beyond the studio. Next, how he uses his fame to impact the lives of Nigeria's most vulnerable.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch. For easy, fast and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And now, a moment of wonder from Great Big Story by P. Grimm.
ทุกวันนี้หนูเห็นสิ่งต่างๆรอบตัวหนูกับเพื่อนๆเรียนรู้ที่จะถามคำถามกับสิ่งรอบตัว
It's very important for young Thai kids, any kids, to be curious and ask questions. We're celebrating 10 years of the Little Scientist House program in Thailand.
เริ่มแรกเลยเด็กเกิดความสงสัย
ครูให้พวกเราประดิษฐ์และแจกหลากหลายพัสดุ
To become scientists of tomorrow, it's important to encourage kids to ask questions today. Our hope is to reach all schools in Thailand, to help children become scientists of the future.
ก็คืออยากเป็นนักวิทยาศาสตร์ค่ะ
For more like this, visit greatbigstory.com.
Hello again, everybody.
The Sesame Street crew is back on CNN for a new town hall featuring Olympic gold medalists Simone Biles and Lori Hernandez. The ABCs of COVID-19 today on CNN.
Lagos, Nigeria is ground zero in Africa's booming entertainment industry. A launchpad for stardom, it's where many of the biggest names in film and music got their start.
You know they take you holiday. You write application, you go for auditions, but still, it be like saying no.
For over 2 decades, Nigerian artist Cobhams Asuquo has helped harness much of this musical star power. As a visionary producer and songwriter, he's garnered international attention for his work. But it's the message behind his music that attracts fellow artists and fans alike.
I would describe my music as soulful because it always comes from the heart. It comes from the spirit. You know, it's from one gut to another. That's that sort of feeling.
A big believer in paying it forward, Cobhams makes a point of stepping out of the studio and sharing his message with the people who need it most.
So we're here at the Grace Springs Rehabilitation Home in Ilupeju, where kids get to find meaning and engagement with their hands and learn new skills, you know, with which to support themselves. You know, kids who maybe have been in trouble with the law, or you know, kids who just have need for support. And we're here just to spend time with them. So it's really exciting to be here. It's so good to meet you guys. How's everybody doing? First thing I want to tell you is you're special.
Cobhams' outreach is in partnership with UNICEF.
Cobhams in his music already focuses a lot on social issues. He's heavy on issues around children, issues around families. He has a great value for family. And that's key for us. And that's the influence that we're going to leverage to advance child's rights in Nigeria.
And one of the challenges I had was to convince people, number one, that somebody as young as myself, who's also blind, could make their music. A lot of people didn't trust that I could. And because of that, I had to work 5 times as hard as anyone else. Greatness has enemies because there are many things and many people fighting against your needing to be great.
This young man rose to the occasion, courageously sharing his gift with the artist.
So do you sing or you play an instrument? What do you do?
I do sing.
You sing? Sing for me.
Even if I run 1,000 miles, ooh, I'm here to worship you.
Nice, good to meet you guys. Clap for him now.
Their reaction when he came in and out, they were really so glad to meet him. This way. This is the shoemaking class, and also craft class.
Nice, wow. And they make this all here?
Yes, yes. We have different vocational training. We have tailoring, we have shoemaking, we have batik, we also have catering, we have barbing also, we also have hairdressing.
That's so cool.
For children that are in conflict with the law, we have over 50 children that have graduated from this program, and they are doing well in the society. And for those that are street children, thousands.
And these kids could have been anywhere. You know, they could have been on the streets, you know, just doing wrong or whatever. But because of a facility such as this, you know, they're able to acquire skills they can rely on for the rest of their lives. It was hard work. It was hard work.
In the same way he's helped launch fledgling careers, Cobhams says he feels obligated to lift up young Nigerians who face even larger challenges. He's helped create an anthem to do just that.
I am the child, the light, the dream, and the hope for tomorrow, hope for tomorrow.
I'm at a point in my career as a musician where I feel like music has to be used for more than just entertainment. Music is a tool for social re-engineering, is a tool for social reorientation. And I felt like a project like For Every Child, Nigerian Child UNICEF song is an opportunity to bring to the fore the importance of upholding the values of, the Nigerian child.
The song, For Every Child, features Cobhams and other popular Nigerian artists.
So I had to get a number of artists together to record the song. We had Timi Dakolo, Two-Face, Otubaba, we had Umar Sharif, we had Chidima, we had Niniola, myself. Just, really, really talented guys and musicians I have a lot of respect for. And I got a positive response immediately from every single artist that I reached out to. And they all wanted to be a part of it. It's always humbling when I have to work on projects of this sort and, I call out to musicians and they come through and they're able to lend their voices. I mean, it says to me that, the Nigerian musician is not just interested in music that is entertaining or music that just increases their fan base or music that they get paid for, but music that can also be used to interest the listener as far as sensitive topical issues are concerned. I'm a Nigerian child.
The final product melds a number of different styles into a catchy tune.
No child is less important, no matter who you are. With a little love and a chance, you too can be a star, yes.
The song and video debuted at a UNICEF event in Abuja at the end of last year. The students ate it up.
Music is a language that is understood, and loved by everybody. And if we have such a powerful, unifying language, then what better way to use it than to drive home, an important agenda, something that speaks to, the general well-being of humanity.
I love you guys very much.
Ahead, the music producer who pushes others to do great things gets outside his comfort zone.
Well, thank you, sir.
Okay, so thank you guys for coming despite the short notice. You're welcome.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch for easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Sunday, the Prime Minister of Greece joins Fareed. Italy and Spain have had over 200,000 cases of coronavirus. Greece has had about 3,000. What did they do right? What can the rest of the world learn? Fareed Zakaria, GPS. Sunday.
Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song.
In Nigeria, Cobhams Asuquo is known as a man of many talents.
Like a bridge over troubled waters.
Quarantined like the rest of us, the musician says he's used the time to focus on family and his music.
We celebrate today the healthcare workers are ordinary people who have allowed themselves, in the line of duty to do extraordinary things.
Through live concerts on Instagram and YouTube, he shared his songs and shout-outs for frontline workers.
I just want to say we're resilient people. Thank you, guys. Thank you for doing this with me. And I want to promise you this. We will fight this. We will beat this. We go win.
Thank you for coming.
How are you, man?
I'm fine, thank you.
Fantastic.
Never one to sit still, even before the pandemic, the singer, songwriter and producer has been trying out a new role.
I'm here making my debut as an actor. Would you believe that? So we are here at a movie set. We're currently shooting Fate of Alakada. It's a movie that Tony Abraham has been working on for some time now.
Unafraid of improvising, he didn't have to do much to prepare for this production.
Everybody shout out to Cobhams! Cobhams is playing Cobhams, but in the movie we're going to act like we don't really know him. And I've always had this dream of talking about people with physical challenges, because a lot of times when I'm abroad, I see the way they treat them, but we don't do the same thing in Nigeria.
We'll take two ACAM on track master shots. We'll take two, sir.
Okay, so thank you guys for coming despite the short notice.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really excited about this in particular because it gives me the chance to shed light on, persons living with disabilities and, their plight in Nigeria, or I should say our plight, because I live with a disability.
I don't think we can do this kind of planning.
What's the problem? What's wrong with it?
We are not nannies, sir. We can't be taking care of people. It's a brief thing, but he has a big message.
That's it.
Wow.
That's a wrap. And now it's back to his day job, which in this case is happening in the middle of the night.
So we are at the Cathedral Church of Christ in Marina. We're here to record a pipe organ for an album project that I'm currently working on as a producer. The artist's name is Waina, great friend of mine.
Angels praise thee, all veiling their sight.
This is easily one of the best organs in the state. We're looking for that original classic pipe organ sound, and so that's why we've come here to record this. This is a very special organ. The setup, the process, and everything it entails is so elaborate. And what we've done is we've mic'd the different sections of the pipes so that we can get them almost in isolation.
To make sure there'll be no noise from the busy street outside, Cobhams and his crew had to start the recording well after midnight.
It's not something you want to do and come back and have to do again. So, you're taking a lot, as much, into consideration when the streets outside are quiet, and all of that. So I like the fact that, it challenged me.
Cobhams won't be playing the pipe organ for this session.
This.
Church music director Babatunde Sosan, who's been playing for more than 4 decades, is handling that job.
But he can definitely make this thing cry, though.
But Cobhams shows us he's no stranger to the majestic instrument.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I haven't played this in years.
He's someone I look up to as a mentor, a brother, and a friend. I see a lot of similarities with the way we connect musically.
I can't think of a better way to describe it other than glorious. It was just glorious.
The musical entrepreneur who knows the value of investing in human capital hopes to continue getting the desired results.
I also want to continue to inspire young people, you know, especially in places where it appears as though there's dwindling hope. To any kid with big dreams, you know, whether living with a disability or otherwise, I think the one thing I would like to share, you know, which is sort of a mantra for me that has kept me going, is it is possible. And yes, there are times when you will try and fail, but there are people who have, quote unquote, all the abilities in the world and all the opportunities in the world who have tried and failed just as well. So it is possible. And because it is possible, it is worth trying.
Inside Africa, in association with Zenith Bank.